Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second video in the AI automation series. In this video, we're going to be talking about the installation of tools and how we can get our own n8n set up on our local host, on the VPS, or even registering an account online. Remember, in the last video, we did the introduction and I itemized that the major engine for our automation is going to be n8n. Don't forget, there are other automation platforms like make.com and Zapier, but like I said, let's focus on n8n for now. Let's become experts and we can always branch out into the other guys. So without much ado, let's get to it. My name is Precious Sirieo, and I'm your host for this session again. So to run n8n, we can do it in three ways. The first one is using the n8n cloud, that is the n8n platform itself. While the second way is by using Docker on our local computer. And also there's a third way which I prefer the most, that's my recommended solution, is using a VPS with an online hosting platform like Hostinger. But I'm going to show you everything, and as a beginner, I believe you'd either be using the n8n cloud or Docker, but if you have some amount of money to spare, then why not go for VPS? So let's get to it. The first way is through the n8n cloud. Let's check that out quickly. So first thing you need to do is to visit the website n8n.io. So you see, this is the main website for the n8n platform, and you can actually register an account and just become a user. But the problem with this system is that you are actually going to be given a 14 days trial. So after 14 days, you have to make payment. So whatever it is you want to do, you have to do everything in 14 days, or you would have to keep registering new accounts with new emails, or you pay. But for now, just for learning's sake, let's get to it. So the first step here is to sign in. You click on sign in, and it takes you to the n8n cloud. And as you can see here, it says new year, start a new trial. So it takes you to where you register and you put in an email address. So if you have an email address, you put that in. I'm going to put my own email here and submit. And immediately they send a code to our email address for us to verify. So I'm going to get the verification code, and that is 3036, and submit. So now that I am in, I'm going to put in my information. That is my name right there, Precious Sirieo. Then I'm going to set a password. So password must be at least 8 characters. So what password should I use? Let's see. Okay. Must contain an uppercase character. Then the account name, I can just call it Precious. I hope that's not taken. You can decide to keep up with their constant improvement through newsletter. But here you have to verify that you're human. And after that, you click on the button that says Start Free 14-Day Trial. You click on it. Oh, the name is already in use. So let's just use something like, let's use any name. I mean, Precious is taken, so I could use Click It. So start 14-day trial. Sorry, verify you're human again. Okay guys, so we are in, and now they will ask you to finish setting up your account. Remember, this is for the n8n cloud, and this is only for 14 days, and you would have to stop the trial and start making payments. So here they will ask you some questions. What's the size of your company? You can fill in any figures or values you want. I'm in IT, I'm in marketing. Oh, I just clicked one. So what best describes your company? A marketing agency, let's say education, we are learning here. And which of these do you feel comfortable doing? Anything. Let's just say writing JavaScript functions, and click on OK. And how do you hear about n8n? You can tell them where you hear about n8n. I guess if you're watching this video, you will tell them it's from YouTube, yeah? Submit. And that is it. So if you want to invite anybody to your workspace, you can put in their email here. I'm going to skip that for now. And I think we are in. So you click on Start Automating. So that's a video from n8n, a quick tutorial to build your first workflow. And this is it. We are into the n8n cloud platform using the n8n.io website. Remember, I said this pattern is actually, how am I going to put it? So wait, before I proceed, so you have to try your first workflow and start from scratch. So as I was saying, you only have a 14 days trial with this. So we can check that quickly and just click on personal. And I'm trying to get to where we can see. So you can see up here, it says 14 days left in your n8n trial. So you can't do much with this because after 14 days, they would kick you out of the platform and you may have to maybe register with a new email, but by then you've lost every automation you've done before. So this leads us to the next way to do it. And what is this way is by installing Docker on your local computer. So quickly, go to Google and type in Docker. And when you have, then click on Docker Desktop. And here you click on Download Docker. And you choose the one that is most suitable for your laptop. So you can download one of these. Download for Windows AMD 64. Save. So the download has started. It's a big file, 585 MB. So I'm going to stop the video here to when you have it on your computer. But also, you can also go to your Microsoft Store to have it downloaded. So you go to Store, Microsoft Store, and you search for Docker. So I'm going to search for Docker, Docker Desktop or Docker. This is it, Docker Desktop. And you can install here too. Maybe we should just do it from here. So install, getting ready, checking dependencies, getting file ready. And it's going to take a while. So we're going to wait for it to be downloaded. So it's downloading 1%, 585 MB total file size. So let's give it some time to download and then we'll be back to continue from where we stop. So my Docker desktop installation is complete now. I did my own installation from the Microsoft Store, but you could do yours from the Docker website, whichever works best for you. But I think for me, it was easier to do it from the Microsoft Store and pretty straightforward. So the next thing you do is to open up Docker from your Windows application, but I have mine open already, so I'll just bring it up here. So this is what you see when you have Docker installed and open up on your desktop. It says sign in, but you don't have to sign in. It's not a problem. Just ignore that. The next thing we're going to do here right now is to create what we call a volume. Okay? So we create a volume. But before we even go into the volumes and stuff, let's pull our n8n application in first. So the first thing you do is you click on terminal. So down here at the bottom right here, you have what is called terminal. Click on it and you have to enable it. So I've enabled it, and all you need to do here is just to click this command on your screen, docker pull n8n IO. Don't be scared. This is not programming. We're just typing in some stuff, some characters. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is to pull in n8n from the cloud into our Docker installation instance on our computer. So I'm going to click enter right now, and the download has begun. So this is going to also take a while, so we could just chill a little and let it all happen. So we just wait. When it is done, then we'll proceed. So depending on your internet, yours may be faster, maybe slower, but just give it some time till you get to when it tells you download completed, then we'll proceed from there. So for now, mine is happening, and I'm going to pause the video, then I'll be back to continue with you. So my n8n image download is completed, and you can see it's under images here, n8n, over 1.6 gigabyte of data. The next thing we want to do is to create volume. So go to volumes, and before I proceed, let me close the terminal right here so we have a full screen. Then create a volume. So I'm going to call this n8n001. You can name it anything you want, but please take note of the name. Then create. And now that we've created a volume, so we are trying to connect our Docker container to our image. The next thing we do is we go back to the images and look at this play button in front of it, or run. Then you click on it to run this image you just downloaded. So click run in images, this particular instance, okay, this image. Then you click on run and click on this drop down, optional settings. So the first thing first is you could give the container a name, but it's optional. But let's just go to the main thing. So the first thing is the port. Docker uses a port called port of 5678. So impute that. Then the path is the name of the volume we just created. I called mine n8n001. So you see, I just copied it and pasted it here. So that is why we have it right here. Then the next thing we need to do is the path. So for the container path, you have to use /home/node/.n8n. It's on your screen right now, so just type it in. Yeah, just type it in. So just a recap. We don't need to put a name here, it will be generated for us, but you can put something if you want. I just like to leave it like that. But the most important thing is you have to put the port at 5678, your volume as n8n001, and the path of the container is home/node/.n8n. Then you click on run and give it some time to come up. So allow. So you see it has started running. So just give it some time and it's going to give us a link where we can visit our Docker from. Sorry, our n8n from. So this is the link it gave to me, localhost 5678. I'm going to copy this, or I'll just type it myself, localhost. So you have to know what it has, what it gave to you. Mine is localhost /5678. So I'll come here and type it in. Localhost /5678, and voila, this is it. n8n is running on your laptop, like on your local host. So you can register again. I'm going to use the same information I used previously because this is personal to me on my own computer. So I could use the same password. Yes, next. See, same thing, describe your company, marketing agency, you can select as it is applicable to you, business owner, my team, how big, 100, how do you hear about us, YouTube, then get started. You can also request the, what's it called? So you get a license key so that you can use Docker on your computer for life. Sorry, not for life. So you get some paid features for free. Yeah, they give you some paid features for free. So, but since it's on your computer, actually, you can use it for life till when you delete it or you install a new instance. So I'm going to say, send me a free license key. And as you can see, look at it, localhost, and start from scratch, welcome precious. This is Docker running on our local computer. If I click on settings, usage and plan, you can see unlimited. and there's no trial. See, there's no trial up here. So you see, this is the second way to run Docker, and this is my second most preferred way. But the most preferred way for me is the one we'll be talking about next, and that is running Docker on VPS. So since this is on your computer right now, you can play around and get an understanding of how it works, because in the next video, after we're done with all the installations, we would be talking about creating our first workflow. So let's check how to install use n8n on VPS using Hostinger. So another way we can run n8n is via VPS, and this is actually the one I prefer the most because you have it hosted with an hosting platform like Hostinger, and they help you with the VPS platform and a lot of storage and stuff like that, so you don't have to go deep into the technicalities. All you just have to do is get your stuff running and focus on your automation. So the very quickest way to do this is you go to www.clickit.com/to/hostingervps. So this is going to give you 20% discount on checkouts, 20% discount, and that is very generous. So when you get to the site, you select the hosted n8n from the menu, you choose the KVM2 plan and complete the checkout. So let's do the process. So back to the browser, I'm just going to click right here. I'll just type it in. So www.clickit.com/to. So this is a special link, and it is important that you use it, to be able to get this discount. It's a special one from Hostinger to you using the clickit.com link. So you will visit it now, and you see what happens. So it's loading up. Let's give it a while. So once the page loads up, you're going to see some menu on the screen. So I don't know, my network is a bit slow today. But let's wait for the page to load up. As you can see up here, extra 20% off applied at checkout. So when you want to check out, you have that applied on your account already, or when you want to check out. So the next thing you want to do is you want to click on this self-hosted n8n. This menu up here, self-hosted n8n. You click on it. So it's going to load up another page where we can buy the hosting for the n8n plan. So as you can see, you actually have 61% off n8n hosting, and you can claim the deal. So at 6,900 per month. So I mean, this is cheap already. You could do this for 30 days or 1 month, and you'll be able to do as much automations as you want, learn as much as you want. But if you scroll down, they have other plans, the KVM2. This is the one I'm actually using, the KVM2, the 9,900 per month plan. There are other expensive ones, 12,900, 5,900. So depending on what suits you the most, you can go for it. But if you want to start off very cheap, you can start with 6,900 for a month and see how well it goes for you. So you can click on this button here that says claim deal, or you can come down and select any one you wish to use right here. So I'm just going to click on this, claim this deal. Brings me down here. Just wait for the button to load up. All right, so I'm going to choose plan. And this is going to take us to checkout. So you get to the cart page, and you can decide on how long you want to, get the hosting for. You have 24 months. You can go for 12 months, or you could even go as slow as 1 month, depending on what works for you, depending on your, current, what's it called, your financial status currently. As you can see, the referral discount has been applied, minus 20%. That's if you use the link on your screen right now. And you can check through the other stuffs if you want them or not. So you scroll down here and ensure you choose n8n plus 100 workflows under application. So it's going to use the Ubuntu for you. Then you confirm. So let's scroll up a recap. 1 month just for this test. I'm doing 1 month. Then you scroll down and select the n8n 100 workflows. Most times they will select the perfect location for you. So yeah, it could be Malaysia or it could be France or anywhere else. So I'm just going to leave it at what they selected for me by default. Then you can continue. Don't forget n8n plus 100 workflows. Then continue. So it's going to ask you to register on n8n so you can continue. So I'm just going to put my email address right here. I'm also going to put in my password. So my password is in and I'm going to register. Then it takes me back to the cart. Then you can fill up your information here quickly. So I'm just going to do that very quickly. You do the same too on your own. Your phone number, your address, your city, zip code. So just fill it as much as you want, then continue. You can make your payments in different ways, but right here, I'm going to use OPay. For those in Nigeria, you can use OPay. If you're not in Nigeria, you can use card, you can use PayPal. I'm going to use OPay because I'm currently in Nigeria, and it's easy for me to make this payment from OPay. And it's going to ask you for a document ID. You could use your passport. So I'm just going to put my document ID here, and I'll continue with OPay. So yes, I'm going to input my phone number and also my PIN. Then next. Yes, pay now. So I'm going to get an OTP to my mobile number to complete this transaction. I'm going to put the OTP in. And pay. So this transaction is successful. And now we can click on the button that says return to merchant. And it's going to take us back to Ostinger. So as you can see, your payment is done. Let's go. I'm going to click on let's get started. And now automatically it's redirecting me back to my H panel on Ostinger. Yes, you can also set a password. So I'll just use my former password here. It says one should be uppercase, so I will just put that in here. Then next. Finish setup. Just follow these steps I've taken and everything will be smooth and easy for you. So now it is initiating the setup. You would have to give this some time to complete. And while it is completed, we continue from here. So just let's wait a while and it will be done. And once the loading page is done, it takes you to a page like this, and this is basically it. So from here, you could just click on Manage App, and it's going to take you to your n8n online platform hosted on Hostinger. So I will just click on Manage App. And as you can see, we are in already. So you're going to do the same thing like you did when you make your first registration on the cloud. But this one now is your own platform. So I'm going to use my name and my surname. And also, I'm going to use a password here. So it's like I'm registering again, but this is my own n8n right now. Next. So I'm a marketing agency. Just put in anything, sales, marketing. You can fill it as you want. Doesn't matter. Myself and my team. How big is your company? 20 to 29. How did you hear about us? YouTube. Get started. Please don't skip this. Tell them to send you a free license key. So what this does is it makes it possible for you to have some advanced features on your system. So if I click on settings and I go to usage and plan, you can see you're on the community edition. And so I'm going to use the key they sent to me right now. So this is it. I'll just click on activate license key. They sent it to my email. And as you can see, you are on the community edition registered. And I have 0 to unlimited workflows. I can create unlimited workflows. So as you can see, we are right and ready to begin. Yeah. So let's go back to the home page. And remember, we selected n8n plus 100 other workflows. So we already have some default workflows here already. And you can create a workflow and you can move on. So we won't do much here because the purpose of this video was just to help you get started with your n8n installation, either on your computer or on your VPS or registering on n8n Cloud. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how you would be able to move around this platform. We'll talk about all the icons, all the tools, and how to understand the n8n interface. But on your own, I would advise that you start playing around with it. So we just finished running n8n on our VPS with Hostinger, and previously I had shown you how to get your n8n running on Docker on your local computer, or you could register on their platform to get the 14 days trial, so you can use any of the 3 processes that I've showed you already so that you could get ready and we can start playing around with workflows in the next video. But before we shut this video down, I want to take you some tasks that I want you to achieve. And the first one is register or run n8n on your local computer or on VPS, or make sure you've registered an account to get the 14 days free trial. Also, log into your platform and click around the interface to just familiarize yourself with the environment, understand what is happening, try to even create a workflow, break things, we'll repair them. Or you could wait and we'll do everything in the next video. Also, for your reflection, write a note on what you learned so far and share in the Telegram group and also in the comment below on YouTube. And also don't forget, for the community to grow faster, I also want you to comment with your biggest automation goals and the lessons that you've learned so far. And make sure to reply to 2 other people in the comment section and also in the Telegram group. And most important, and don't forget, share this video with 5 persons, friends, families, and colleagues who you think need to wake up in this AI era to join us in our videos and our training so far. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to click on the bell notification. Scrap that. My name is Precious Ireo, and if you want to join the Telegram group and get access to all my slides, visit the link www.clickit.com/AI-hub and you'll get access to all the slides, the future updates, and one-on-one support from me in the Telegram group. For now, bye.